Hello and welcome to Spring Counter Forge Alliance Forever. Today, got another Legend Stars Championship cast from the group stage, and we have two Master Race, otherwise known as Petric Bones and Nexus of Reality, both gone Cyber because we are on Mantis Palms. So, both players going for the walk to the Hydro build. I think the builds are a bit different. Well, let's see. Make some X with the Manta, with the NG, and then leaves. 3 P-gens with the ACU. Slightly different from Nexus. Not really sure what the best way to do it is, but there's 100 ways in Subcom to get to the same place. I actually, for the first time, used that 3 P-gen and then walked to Hydro build. I used to always make the Air Factory, but I think you actually are slower to get your maxes if you don't walk with your ACU to the Hydro. I think, well, at least the build I had. So I changed to this build for the first time against Mephi in the tournament and managed to win. Probably didn't have much to do with the build, but there you go. So, see tons of NGs. Well, not tons, I guess 5. You often see 4 before any Mantis come out, but these bears, they're greedy, no labs, just playing defensive. Keep their NGs close, so you don't really have to defend them that hard. That said, a lab could easily have killed this guy. So you have 5 NGs, a couple of Mantis, we'll see a scout. Petric went for a scout before his Mantis. Then he made a couple, and going back to NGs. Both players going second air. Actually, I'm not sure, they both go in second air. Nexus went second land, I think. Or did they both go second land? Damn, I should pay more attention. Either way, all of Nexus's Mantis going to the south. This NG, is he just reclaiming? Some ineffective reclaim orders. There's actually a ton of mass right here in this small area. If you want to grab it. Maybe you want to walk around it with this NG. Scout runs into the base. I kind of like that. Well, actually, I don't like that. He sent the scout into the base so you can see what's in the building there quite cheaply. But then Petric sent the air scout in as well, and it just died. So probably if you get a land scout in here, that's cool. You don't have to send an air scout over your opponent's base, and you can just keep the air scout for spotting for the bomber, looking for raids, looking for raiding targets. Third land spam factory, almost up. Looks like Nexus is ahead on factories, which is just about the most important metric. Yeah, that's why he doesn't have enough power. You can see him adding more P-gens now. There's Petric has already started his land spam, or his P-gen spam. Top side has no... Okay, lay air scout for this bomber. Top side has no Mantis. So... Nexus needs to spot the ACU and go around. His forward land scouts should be able to do that. He'll see something here, because land scouts don't take any radar. They don't lose radar when you drop into the negative on power, which is a big deal. So now he needs to just reroute quickly, and he's going to go through here. He's going to assume there's not going to be enough to stop 4 Mantis, and he's completely correct. There's nothing to stop any number of Mantis here. On the other side, Nexus taking these 2 mexes, he's going to be really slow here. I think there is no raid, so it's quite bizarre that there's no... It's just a mistake really to be this slow on expansion. So he's gonna walk to this expansion, try and take it. A lot of Mantis, and that's really bad for Petric to be losing early Mantis to the ACU. It's pretty much complete negative. He's not going to take off any reasonable HP, he's going to feed some vet, he's going to have lower unit numbers, and that really sucks for him. He's also not ever going to get a PD here. This looks like this is going to die. Over here he's been raided. ACU has not secured this sufficiently. And looks pretty bad for Petric right now. This bomber, oh, it actually doesn't have kills, or no, it did have kills. I wonder if it's the same bomber that killed this guy. I think it probably is. So that's a great bomber, but it's basically the only damage he's been able to put on Nexus. Nexus has kind of hurt himself though with these late expansions. That's, if he wasn't so slow there for no reason, then would be looking a lot better for him. I hope Nexus builds like, well, he should definitely be building a factory here, PD maybe, and then also edge build a factory here. Yeah, because his ACU is down here, he's gonna have to commit plenty of units in this direction just to ensure he doesn't just get run over by all Petric's spam. Look at the eco, looks pretty nice. Time to add some more factories for Petric probably. Getting the Hydra here, that's good. And he has some better radar coverage now. And he's actually sending his ACU quite late to the other side of the map. You can see quite a few units here. Notice the ACU is down here, so he's thinking there can't be that many units. Okay, we see a lot coming into mid, that's kind of weird. Back, this whole side was opened by the ACU, and it's brilliant. You basically have to just raid through there. You've created a puncture in the line. So you gotta send units all around. You can raid all around the back, up to here. You can raid in here if you were in the whole way around. So definitely a good move to have units around the back of the base. Going to do a lot of damage. One of the strengths of this this push to the opposite side is that you get to do some damage here, and then it makes it vastly easier to do damage all around the back of the map as well. Air being won by Nexus now, we can see. This raid, oh, this could go very badly, I think. Oh god. Yeah, this is fucked. Okay, he's attempting to retreat, that's good. NG goes down, that's something at least. And we got a bit of raiding done here. This Mantis on 3 kills, he's not gonna kill this last mix. The back still denied. And this side, so Petric, it was looking bad, but he managed to get some damage done. And he did ultimately secure this quite well. That's a, a lot of radars. So both players doing a ton of damage to each other. It's basically now up to them to try and stabilize as best they can. So PD here is a good idea. I think you gotta beware of some ACU being aggressive on the edge of your base, keeping you in there. But actually, no, I think Petric is just dead. Never mind. Oh shit! Is he actually? I don't think there's any way he survives. Let's see. I'm gonna speed up a bit. Does he have overcharge? I don't think so. Suicide Palm strikes again. This is why, yeah, I always hated the push across the map meta. Never liked to do it. It's just, you just let down your guard a little bit, and then your opponent's production just runs over to you and kills you. Nexus just running away in case. One thing you can do is to, if you're getting slaughtered by a whole bunch of tanks, then you can just try and quickly as you can run all your spam over to the opposite ACU and try and kill him before he kills you, or at least at the same time. Petric, maybe he could make a PD right now. He's actually gained some time somehow. I mean, Nexus could still kill him, I'm sure. Did get some vet, that's nice, but oh god, don't idle, please. Still in a huge amount of danger. Maybe he still thinks he's dead anyway. But left hand side, Nexus has it kind of for free. His ACU is already gone, there's not much defending it. It looks like he's done a really good job. He hid an NG here, got a factory down. Hidden factories are always great, you can get them on the plateaus. If you think you're going to lose them, you can build factories kind of anywhere in here. It's not actually that mountainous. So hiding NGs and factories is quite useful. Looks like Nexus is winning air. Maybe he needs to make a T2 transport and get his AC rod. Because it doesn't look like he has the units to actually get to his ACU, and his ACU is also not leaving. It's really bizarre. I don't understand why he leaves himself so vulnerable. I mean, if all these units just run back to the ACU, then it works unless Petric reacts instantly and sends all of his units chasing them instantly. So I mean, it's a fine line to walk. If you don't notice them running to your ACU in time, then you probably just die. But if you play perfectly, then maybe you don't die. Unfortunately, now he's running out of units, and there's far more Mantis for Nexus here. Let's see how many he's got. Got 26. That can kill an ACU. Maybe not this ACU, because it has a little bit of vet, and it's gonna have some overcharge surely at this stage. There's the energy storage. Okay, so this is gonna keep units in. This might actually allow Nexus to kill the ACU. He's pushed in. He's got some units. Got the ACU in support. And units are gonna have to stay in the base. It's also being forced to make a PD. He's paused production to do that, and now the units are going to Petric's commander, and it's done. God damn! What am I watching? Bombers coming in, doing pretty nice damage. But don't think it really matters. It's too far away from the next vet. Oh, calling GG before the commander dies triggers me so hard. Triggered. Well, that's that. I don't know. I don't honestly have no clue why Petric didn't just move back. He was standing here for so long, didn't even make PD or factory or mexes, or it's like he didn't give a single fuck. Don't understand. Okay, let's go to the next game. Hopefully I can understand the next game. So we're on Loki. Not sure what the factions are. Didn't see them in the replay vault. Didn't notice them, at least. Cyber Mirror again. Okay then. That's interesting. So, on the right we have Nexus, and on the left we have Petric. So he's gone. I'm quite interested in this. He's going with no air, and he's actually making 3 P-gens before Nexus as well. I think this betrays my lack of understanding, that I don't know why he makes 3 P-gens before making Nexus when he's not even making air, but there you go. Usually I make 2 P-gens. That's what Nexus is doing. He's going third air. Third air versus, well, 0 air sounds pretty good to me. He's gonna have a few units out, a few more than normal. So it's all about if he can actually hold this. If he loses this expansion, it's gonna be really bad for him. I feel like it's likely that he's going to lose the engineer heading this way. If he doesn't, then I think Petric probably made a mistake. Some damage can definitely be done to this expansion, but the ACU will get it sooner or later, and there's not really much hope of doing any damage here without air. So this is going to be, it's going to be interesting. I'll have to see how Petric uses this T1 land, because as I can see, there's not so many targets, but definitely this, I don't expect the NG to make it. There he goes. It's usually the first engineer that's expanding goes this way, because the sooner you get to here, the better. If you get a PD up before the enemy commander gets here, then you're fucking golden, because most people do not bring RT with them. So even if he decides, well, he'll just fucking tank the damage, then you have damage in ACU extremely heavily for a small investment. So usually the first expanding engineer that isn't, well, the first 2 go down here, but the third one will usually assist, and then the fourth will go this way, 5th and 6th down here usually. We got lots of manual reclaim. This will still miss a huge amount of the rocks. I just attack move here. Just click on the first rock and then attack move. Works perfectly for me. Oh, Petric chickened out. He's going 4th there. Damn. Well, still a very heavy land build in comparison to what most people do. We look at the balance, that's pretty sexy from Nexus. You can send more engineers down here, use these guys to get the Hydra and Nexus a bit faster than you might, and then send more engineers attack move down here to pick up the last of the trees. I think that's a better way to do it than have them sitting around reclaiming and not grabbing Nexus. Just send a couple later NGs to do that. Now, Nexus is trying to be aggressive because, well, he made 3rd air, so he wants to be aggressive on land, but his opponent has gone 3rd land, so this aggression is completely shut down and actually leaves him open to counter aggression, because he's not going to trade favorably. He's going to have less units out. Like this guy right here is a beast mantis. It's 3 kills for him. He's got a vet, and now this expansion is vulnerable. He's still building at home, and he's actually building 2 factories at once, and that nice balance has kind of disappeared. He's no longer getting tree reclaim here. Petric already grabbing some mixes, and he's probably gonna just, yeah, get a radar and just get this guy reclaiming pretty quick. This is kind of slow here, but fine overall. Looks like this top NG is gonna make it. It's hard to see where he's going. NGs don't seem to like to move in straight lines. This guy is properly fucked. He's gonna go down. These 2 guys, I think, should have continued on and tried to catch these NGs. Rather than falling back, I think there's no hope of them stopping this. They should just use reinforcements and the ACU to clean this up and keep this guy attacking, put some more pressure on, force units to defend here. And we have the Hydra going up. Probably too late for him, I think. Well, no. He has just enough power. It's a pretty good balance. Petric also with a nice balance. Could probably add a factory or two. Well, we got a factory going up for the ACU. This is really huge because there's so much reclaim in these rocks that is being denied, while Petric is grabbing his, and also the 3 mexes on top of that. Nexus now trying to cheat as he realizes his position is untenable. But alas, cheats were turned off. This position gonna go down. People don't like making PDs here, I certainly don't. It seems like well, it seems like too expensive to defend that with a PD, but he's gonna pay the price for having no defense there, and it's gonna die to Mantis. On the top, oh, okay, he queued up his PD. I think he's not gonna get it done though. I'm not sure how long this engineer has been chilling here, but he's not going to be able to build that now, starting now, I think, because he's got a bit of a stall as well. Petric's now running into the base with the Mantis, just trying to cause some havoc. In best case scenario, he can get actually all the way down here. That would be disgusting, but that's the dream. He actually kills the fucking Engie going to rebuild this, just keeping 1 Mantis behind. Once you get into a good position, I mean, then you get into one good position, then you should be looking to get Mantis into a lot of good positions. So, like on open palms, you can break through that line with your ACU early on, as the ACUs usually go to the opposite side. And then you're trying to get Mantis to every place you can after you open the breach. So on this map, well, you want to get Mantis, you want to find the engineers and get the Mantis to every single engineer. And also, you, even in small engagements, you want to be able to move your Mantis around, split them up, and just grab as many targets. So he had 1 guy back here, still didn't push with all of them, and picked up the expanding engineer, because it's just much more difficult to clean up many small groups of Mantis, or singular Mantis. It takes a lot more APM and a lot more attention to clean them all up than if you just have a group and you have 6 Mantis, the enemy sends 8 Mantis to kill your 6, and that's that. PD does actually go up pretty bad for Petric to allow that to happen. He should definitely have units here. There's no units defending this. He did send some, I believe Petric sent some this way very early, and Nexus had some units waiting. But Petric's done the same thing here, and he's actually going to get 2nd PD. So 1 PD is trouble for an ACU. He's going to lose HP. 2, oh baby, 7 kills. But 2 PDs is a nightmare for an ACU. You do not want to run into that. You gotta have some overcharges or something. Just, well, you really need to RT at that stage. Looks like Petric got a bit of a drop going. Maybe Nexus could have targeted some Engies down, but either way, the factory is going to get finished by Mantis then. Nice drop from Petric. People don't use transports enough for this map. This location should always be dropped, I think, but a few Mantis here and you can do a ton of damage, and it's quite slow to retake. Maybe it's okay to have a factory here. Maybe an air factory would be good to allow you to reinforce there a bit sooner. Land factory isn't going to do much for you unless you're Aeon or Seraphim, because I don't have hover units to move this way. And we're still on T1 stage. It looks like we have everything paused. I don't know why. What's going on? 380 power income. Is that the issue? because that is a really small amount of power to have right now. We have 2 NGs here. This guy is gonna help out. That's 3. Anyone else chipping in to make some P-gens? Because if he doesn't make some soon, I mean that's not a healthy eco bar. Over 1k mass at the bank and no power to spend it. He has, however, done a good job. Gotten back this position. Bombers were used well there. It's gonna get a. He has this. He had no real trouble getting it, it seems. Up here, done good damage. You can see these are denied for far longer than Nexus was denied down here. And we have a T2 switch from... Well, we have a lot of assist on air. We have T2 land rhinos coming out. A couple of Wagners never go astray on this map. If you can get to here, then you can raid this very easily with Wagners, and you can hide in the water after you raid. So it's extremely difficult for your opponent to deal with them. They're forced to build walls or PDs and stuff here. So you can raid both ways and hide in the water. Quite annoying to deal with. We have a third T2 mechs almost complete for Nexus. And Petric is about the same way along. Nexus is balancing his eco. Looks like he didn't actually need any more, he didn't add any more NGs on P-gens, still has those 3. See, his power reclaim is not insignificant. There's a lot of trees here that can be grabbed. Only problem is units running over them, making them more difficult to take. This is excellent to have the, he got the unit advantage. Not really through his own merit. Well, I guess he just, by deciding to stay on T1 a bit longer than Nexus, who switched to T2, he had a few more 2 on land units and he made them count here. This is really nice raiding. Always good to get kills in this position. Generally be a nuisance. There's a lot of units around the map. Wow, now we see huge power stall as he rushes this T2 gen. Petric making his own, but not at the same pace or at the same cost to his mass income. Rhinos moving in every direction. And I wonder, will either player be using their AC much? I would suspect no, really. I think it's not really their style on this map. It's quite dangerous to use the AC. You can see people push all the way to here with a T2 or a gun or something ACU. But it's not always super effective. And it can be quite dangerous. Even staying in this position can be dangerous on this map if you lose air. So Petric knows pretty much what's going on in the base of Nexus. We've got 4 T2 mexes. Don't see any more started. In terms of T2, oh, we just got a T3 rush, okay. Nexus not making any T2 units whatsoever. Not even making a single T2 support factory, he's just putting all of his mass into T3 factory. Making PDs to defend these rhinos. It's going to be effective and give him a bit more mass to get this T2 land out. T3 land. Actually, Nexus has not done very well grabbing this reclaim. So, on the other hand, that just means he has a bit more available to him right now to collect and put towards T3 land. The raids here gave him a lot of time. He had a lot of units out in the map. He had map pressure. Here is a drop. That's probably 2 rhinos going to this position. Spotted a long time ago and not reacted to. He still has a chance to kill this though. Come on, you can do it. Now he sees it. and he might not be too late. Wow, I think the Inties missed the first couple of shots. And oh my god, drop. Holy shit, that took so long to drop. That would have been so sad if Petric didn't land that drop. But there he goes. Nice drop. You can probably drop it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago. Well, not 10 minutes. But you can drop it a lot earlier and just make some T1 units, and T1 units will clean it up quick. Petric should have seen, yeah, he's actually flown over there with a scout already, so he knows it's T3 landed, and actually he has T3 done already as well. So that's pretty good for him. Looks good for Petric right now. More reclaim. Actually making a second T3 factory. I don't know if you need a second T3 factory really so early. You can probably use your mass on one factory, but let's see. Loyalists deployed to clean up this raid of a couple of rhinos. This guy trying to be sneaky, but he's probably on radar. Nope. Bit of a gap there. In the bottom we see rhinos wrecking some T1. Well, they do take some shots. See those Medusa are just so nice versus T2 land with those stuns. The loyalists, I mean, he has a lot of loyalists out, but he's not being hugely aggressive with them. He's not like, say, trying to get through here. This is a good angle to go through. He's actually fighting really hard versus PDs and the ACU. ACU could get off a couple of overcharges, but he needs unit support to actually fight this army. Should probably run away right now. Ooh, we have T2 mechs here. It's a great location to attack. Loyalists being dropped to support. It's not going to help hugely. Down here, looks like the PD did its job, and there was just enough units to hold this off. It's a lot of reclaim for Nexus to grab potentially. Walls going up. That is how you beat Loyas, and goddamn, Petric's gonna die again. With now the position ICU. That's sad. He's not gonna get another vet. That's GG. Yeah. Well, Petric was looking good there, but it's pretty much an even game. This cancerous lawyer rush happened. And, well, there's just not enough units in support at the top. Maybe if he had a brick to drop, Petric could have dropped a brick there rather than a loyalist. Would have made a much bigger difference. That's unfortunate though, to die like that. He was heading back to the water because he realized that was, I mean, it was like 3 or 4 loyalists and maybe 20 mantis, so you can't deal with that alone. But yeah, that's that. So this group stage match went to Nexus of Reality 2-0. He managed to catch that ACU, and I'm just gonna check and make sure that that was actually 2-0. And that I haven't missed a game. Some games don't actually show up in the replay vault. So let's see. Well, I can't find it, so we'll just leave it at that. We'll play Nexus. I wish Petric hadn't died like that. Would have made the games far more interesting.